Hi guys. Uh, this video here that I'm doing is probably a long time coming for me. Um, Lately I've been struggling a lot, and it's more so I do suffer from PTSD, from childhood trauma and things that I went through. I've been struggling a lot lately with my PTSD. I get night terrors, and with night terrors, it's exactly that. It's terrors. It's not a bad nightmare or anything like that. It's literally terrors. And I figured that I would do this video because many of you, I'm sure, suffer from it, and I just want you to know that I can relate to it and that you're not alone in that struggle. And as well, doing these videos, it's great for me because it allows me to talk. I don't normally talk about my night terrors, but lately they've been really bad, probably for the last few months anyways. And the night terrors, and I just want to explain what they are, for me anyways. Night terrors for me, my dreams are always about the same people that had an impact on my life in a negative way as a child. The dreams are so real that you actually feel the emotion in the dream. They may not necessarily be exactly what happened, but there's something there that brings out those real bad, sad emotions in me. One of the things that I'm struggling with is that, they're very vivid. And the dreams that I've been having, and I don't know what is triggering them. I don't know why I'm having them. But they affect me right to the core. I will wake up literally frozen. It's the weirdest thing. I just feel numb. My body just is tight, and I don't know how to explain them. And I know many of you out there suffer from that, and that is a direct relation to PTSD. It's one of the characteristics of PTSD. And it's not like your regular dreams. In some of your dreams, you can sit there and you can go, oh, this is a dream. You wake up, you just kind of shake it off. With my dreams, like I said, they're always the same people. I remember them. I wish I didn't, but I will remember them probably till the day I die. Almost every dream that I've had that was a night terror. I wake up sweating, completely panicked, and it takes me a really long time to shake it off, but I try to remain positive in them. It's not that easy all the time because it's like watching a film and it's just repeating itself. Some of the dreams that I have are regarding abuse, and they can take different forms. It's tough. It's tough. It eats you alive. I think one of my saving graces here is, the people I help and I support. I'm able to try and focus on the positive and work on one of the key things that I need to do, and I've been working really hard on it, is knowing that it was a dream. Those people can't hurt me anymore. And sadly, some of them have passed away, and I live with guilt because I don't, it's like being there in the moment, in my dreams, in my night terrors. I'm there. It's not in my head, and I'm reliving it over and over again. The situations may be a little bit different from time to time, but I think the emotions and the feelings behind it are hard at times to cope with and to deal with. And I've wanted to talk about it for a really long time, and I just don't know how to, and I think that my safe place is here, doing a video, and it's enabling me to release, but I know a lot of you can relate. I think some of the symptoms that we or some of the things that we take on is that it's our fault, or why do we keep being haunted by these events? Again, like I said, same people, circumstances may be a little bit different. But I think, in our minds, it's so raw. Some people, they can forget, and they tend to forget. Their mind goes into defensive mode, and they completely forget about what happened to them. And then there's the other people that can't, and relive it over and over again. There's triggers. With me, I love music. With music, for me, when I hear a song, it takes me back to a certain time, to a certain event in my life. Maybe when I heard the song, something was going on. And I've got a huge library in my head of songs that I know. But every time I hear it, it triggers something in me. It takes me back to a place, a time, an event, an emotion. Music has a lot of emotion behind it. Not too often do I see, with a lot of war vets, if they hear a bang, it'll take them back. I don't get triggered by that a lot. I'm very sensitive to people who have been abused, or who are hurting, or who are suffering. And sometimes I get wrapped up in it because I'm able to empathize with them so much through being able to relate that will set off a trigger for me. But I've managed it. I think one of the biggest coping skills that I've been able to do with that is realize it's not me. Realize that those people can't hurt me. That was my past. And I keep, circling around with that. And that's really important. A key coping skill for me is to realize, it's not my trauma, but it's still triggering. And like I said, music can be a trigger. It usually is. But, again, there's positive. There's, music that I hear that takes me back to a positive time in my life. I try to really think about the good times and avoid, reliving the bad times. But sometimes with PTSD or night terrors, you don't have control of that. Scenery, especially in the wintertime, a lot of things that happen to me were during the wintertime. And when I hit winter, I start to get a little bit more depressed. And I know that is, it happens to a lot of people. Wintertime is lack of sun. For whatever reason, it affects people big time these time of years. But for me, it'll take me back to when I'm a kid. It's tough, and I'm glad that I'm doing this video right now, and hoping that, some of you will see this and they'll say, okay, it's not just me, I'm not crazy, because you're not. I'm a very happy-go-lucky person. I want everybody to be happy. I always look for the good in people. But still, these are my own demons that I fight. And I don't, a lot of times, know who to turn to talk to, because I think some of the biggest fears that we have is they're going to think we're crazy. They're going to judge us. They're going to feel, just that stigma of get over it. And it doesn't happen that way. It's not like that. You can't just get over it like that. We just cope. We manage the best that we can. For me, managing is helping others and supporting others. Because maybe, I guess, in the back of my head, it makes my problems don't seem so bad, or I realize I'm not alone. But for me, it was important to share this. And hopefully, tonight I can get a better sleep because I'm releasing it off my chest. I don't know. I'm not really good at talking about my personal feelings or emotions. I'll tell you the story of my life, but I won't tell you the emotions half the time about how I feel or the sadness that it brings me. And I fear that with these night terrors, it's bringing hatred towards those people that affected or impacted my life negatively, and I don't want to feel that way. And so I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to do this video, and hopefully many of you can relate, comment. Maybe this is what we need to do. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws right now because this is something that I think I really, really need to deal with. And hopefully it's with you guys. So I want to send out much love to you guys. Thank you for following our page. Thank you for sharing. The words are getting out, and it's amazing globally how many people don't feel alone, and I don't feel alone, and I love all of you, and I'm so thank you for your guys' support, and I will do the best that I can to help support you guys. And just remember, you're never alone. We will keep fighting this probably till the day I die. I will continue to fight for all of us. So sending out much love to you guys. Stay strong. Don't be silent anymore. There's no reason for judgment. Love you guys. Much love.